in the place, true indeed. Yes, I catch record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to baby wife, Q-tip, I leash I need. Watch me out like I'm.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
You can read all about the pure breed.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Has it all teed up, and we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Second down now. They need 7.
Black 40.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Rattler on the play fake. That throw behind his intended target. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43. Hut.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock. And not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 29-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down.
It's second down.
We're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Ready?
Throwing off the play fake. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
10 flat. Hut.
They're going to try and throw it here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it.
Come on, set.
They are throwing it again. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
White. 33. Red. Yellow. Claws red. Ready.
Third and long for him here. He puts a air under it deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Ready. Black. 95. Black shot. Ready?
From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Let's go. Set.
Irving here from the gun. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on third and goal.
We're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's third and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Here's another for Irving. Maybe should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be fourth and goal.
Like the final battle scene from the movie came 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward. All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it.
Yellow. 43. Blaster. 6. Check, huh?
They're going to throw for it on 4. And we get an incredible goal-to-go stand to begin this ball game as they force the incompletion and the turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
Set. Ready.
Here's the handoff. He's going to have them up to that 23. The big play, that's him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Blue.
Dive play straight ahead. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a quick hitter to the big guy. And that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Smash. Black 40. Set, go.
Pistol snap to Rattler. That's caught by Chris Olave. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. Well, that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Trouble 38. Ultra. Go ultra. Hut.
Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
The incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Down. 33. Yellow. Red. Cycle. Steal. Chest steal. Hut.
On the gun, Rattler. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Mega. 10 black. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center. That's caught at the 25. They're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
It is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
On the set.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Come on, set. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set. Black, 95. 22 needle. Read our key. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set.
Back-to-back carries here. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Ready?
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41.
Right. Red, 38. Black shot. Ready?
Dropping back to throw. And he puts some air under this one, right side. This is brought in at the 50! It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Set, ready, set.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Saints' 5.
Gets it again. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
Saints 3.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Trouble, 38. Hut.
Give now to the running back. There he goes on the right side. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead on the 1st play of the drive. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He followed the seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 3. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Snap, right down. Hut.
Airing it out to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The ball defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Ready.
Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be out of bounds. This defense catches up to him near that 45. We get 22 out of that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball with the 44. Irving on the inside give. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. That one's complete right side. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
52 blue.
Motion man sent left.
Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. All the left side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
And the defense was all over that floor. They could stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Come on, set. What, red? 38. Ball red. Hey, stay. Ready?
Looking to throw here. Short pass brought in. And this is near the first down, but they need one more yard now to get it. Third down at the 29.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Third down, give to Irving. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To throw here on first down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
14, Saints 10.
Set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Blue, check. Yellow, 22. Yellow, go. Hut.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
Ready. 45. White. Check, huh?
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a gain of 8.
Third down and 3 coming up on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment.
I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
33. Yellow.
We're going to get a timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Ready. 50. Green. Ready.
Rattler to the air now. That's caught for the first. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Black 40. Ready.
Now Rattler on the play fake. He put everything he had into this one. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On the set.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 10 black. Set.
Looking to throw. Rattler. On the move. Past the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ready.
On the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. Red. 38. Hut.
Rattler now off the play action. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Black, 95.
So a timeout comes in with the play clock down to just 3 seconds. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down.
Here we go. Blue, hey, green. Drill, green.
They'll throw, third and long. Throw right side, cut by Olave. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
52 blaster. Ready?
They'll throw for it. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Oh, about 19 yards on fourth down, partner. And the call to go for it pays off. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. For another 1st and 10.
Set. Green jack. Smash. Red. Ready.
They are throwing it again. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. They've got to regroup for second down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. You've got to find a completion right there.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. 52 blue. Slice blue. Ready.
Rattler setting to throw. Passing is hauled in by the running back. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Just 2 to go.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22. Sharp, 17.
So without a timeout to call, this winds up as a delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. And that delay of game certainly ups the difficulty on this third down. They need 7.
Let's go now. Go red. 10 black. Blue striker. Black ultra. Hut.
Here's Rattler. Escapes the pocket. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play, and it's going to be a field goal try. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards.
And if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you could do. You could take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Let's see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Ready?
One last play before the break.
Right. Come on, set. Kick. Mega. Set, huh?
The final throw before the break. He puts some juice on it deep. That's complete inside the 35. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Blue, red, green.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Blaster, 45, right. Claws red.
We put a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Back now, pressure coming. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
97. Needle blue. Hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Ready?
Sticking to the air here. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. They strike for 23 yards. And the Bucs have the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They go play action on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. They're in practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers grow their lead to 8.
Saints 13.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Dallas enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go. Yellow, yellow, go. Ready, ready.
Hand off to the back. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
Where one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Set. Yellow, 43. Black shot. Set.
Now Rattler. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Ready, ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we yellow, zoom. 60 red, 60 red. White, white. You, yellow. Set, hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep! So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
He's got it at the 24. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Set, set.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. It is caught left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Down. Black, 95. Black ultra. Edo blue. Green jack. Set, hut.
They'll work against the blitz. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. If they don't close quickly, he can take it to the house.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Set, hut. Ready.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Completed over the middle. He's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Red, yellow. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Offense up to the line fast.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Steel, black. Black shot. Red, cycle. Blaster, stick. Smash, red. Drill, green. Hut, hut.
From the red zone on 1st. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The 10-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set.
He's going to throw it again. Chased out to his right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
Ready. Ready.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Now.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Let's go. 52, boom. Slide, boom.
Back to throw it. He brings it in. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
With a dive up the middle. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play being behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Ready, red,
Now Rattler on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
Red, 38.
3rd and long for him here. The right side, cut by Olave. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
At the 37-yard line.
We've set it downs from the 37.
Set, ready. Blue striker. One man. Cut.
Working on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set, right. 33, yellow. Yellow.
Slot man motioned over.
Ready.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Caught quickly on the slant. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Irving trying to run for the 1st. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 10 yards.
17.
That's good for a 1st down.
Field, black.
It's a gain of 10. And the Buccaneer
From the red zone now. Cut out left. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
complete to number 85. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 10-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for one final quarter. Second and 3 now.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He was caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers lead by 15 now.
Saints 13.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Saints to the line now. First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. Ready?
A give now from the gun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
And we love to talk about corners. Those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12.
Let's go. 45. White. Watch out now. 50 series. Green Jack. Set.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Ready. Yellow. 22. 6. Mega. Hey, check Mega. Hut, hut.
To the air on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Okay, right.
In the fourth, offense staying out there for this.
Ready, ready. Red, 38. Black Ultra. Hut, hut.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay! The Buccaneers have likely locked up the win right there. Reichert on Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Saints 13.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Set, ready, hut.
Rattler to the air now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Go now. Flash, 10 black. Set, cut.
Here's Rattler, first and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Set, hut. Ready.
Lone back gets the handoff. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Set. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
From the gun on third down. And Heater's going to fall to the turf.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down.
33, yellow. Steel, black. Zoom, black. Check, smash.
Fourth down, pass coming. It's everything he has under this one. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. I think we all saw their shoulders slump in unison when they saw that flag come out. They knew what that call was going to be.
And if he could, you know he'd dig a hole 10 feet under and go hide in it. You do not want to be the guy who gave this drive new life.
A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there.
Blue, 32. Hey, go Fury. Ready.
From the gun, Rattler. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 9-yard line.
Running for the marker on second. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Ready. Opposite. Yellow. Set.
Back to the well again. And this defense is going to win this the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Set, ready. 50, green. Hut, hut.
Another carry for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
I love watching those running backs do their drill, especially in practice where they just keep those legs churning. They keep those legs moving for situations just like that one.
Here we go, set. 45, white. 10 cycles. Ready.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They give it to him again. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, we got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Touchdown or bust for them here as they set up for 3rd and goal.
Come on, set, ready.
Rattler back to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Trying to get it to Chris Olave. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal.
Set. 10 black, yellow, blue. I got it. Blaster, 6. Smash, red. Set.
They'll throw for it. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Buccaneers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, well, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They're going to pass it here. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Black 40. Hut.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
52 blue. Set.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Set.
Dive play straight ahead. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple yards there.
On the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Pistol snap to Rattler. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
3rd down and
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Got to start taking better care of the football, Brock, as he brings him to the line here, third down.
32. Ready.
Throw here, third down. Look at the sideline. That's Coleman. He's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Got to go for it in his spot, Brock. This is fourth down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
You're going to try to throw for it. He's got it to his running back. Down the left sideline he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. So the back does the work that time. Brock taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. He's off to the races. The 50. 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back.
47. Saints 19.
All set now for the kickoff. Rylands with the honors. And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And this is lofted deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers put up even more points in a win. Went after trying good by Reichert. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again.
Saints 19.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set. Huh?
Throwing his Rattler. Catches made down the right sideline. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. He picks up, so we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
Now Rattler. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time there was
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Ready.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2, so you roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. Does the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay.
Chill.